How are you doing, Geminis? I hope that you guys are all good and life is treating you well. We are gonna go into Gemini's coming weeks. So this could be like 4 or 5 weeks ahead, maybe even 6 weeks ahead for you guys, but we have to know where you are going. No, where you're coming from to know where you're going to. So what we're going to do is take a really in-depth look at what is coming into your upcoming weeks. With Gemini, we are in Virgo season. Sorry if you're hearing me being sniffly as well. That's literally because I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. Sometimes I feel like I've got a cold, and then sometimes I feel like I've not got nothing there. So maybe it's the rapé, but excuse my snivels. So we are in Virgo season, okay? And with that being said, it's important to tell you the dates that are astrologically important. So the 18th of September is the full moon eclipse in Pisces. This is when you're going to need to be thinking about your biggest dreams that you aspire to achieving. You'll probably find that if you write these things down on the list and you check off these lists and your to-do lists, you'll find that you achieve a hell of a lot during this period of time. The 22nd of December, Libra season actually begins, but it's also the autumn equinox. So this is just when the day and the night becomes equal again. And it's a great time to have gratitude and think and reflect about things that you would like to invite into your life in the impending new year ahead. And then we have on the 23rd of September, we've got Venus entering Scorpio. So that's a super important time as well for you guys, especially Geminis, because this is when house moves will be spoken about, or moving, or some family members will be speaking about them wanting to move at some point. Um, it's weird. It's like you guys, for the Geminis, you're gonna have to realize that your life doesn't have to be happening in a certain perfect order for things that are meant to be. So it's almost like sometimes things come into our lives in a muddly way. Um, and that happens because it's meant to happen in that way, right? So you might be feeling a bit discombobulated in these upcoming weeks. Geminis, it's important for you to dream bigger than ever as well. It's like, think about your wildest dreams. What are those? What would you like to achieve? Okay. Think about what your next big goal is and work out what it is that you need to do to actually get there. So, as I've said, it's like easy little steps that you can make in order to help you to get on the road to achieving your dreams. It's really important that we have dreams in the first place, because life can feel pretty mediocre without having any dreams and aspirations. So yeah, if you're feeling like you are trapped in any situations, or like you really want to invite change into your life, this could be the perfect time, especially with the full moon coming up on the 18th of September. It could be a good idea for you guys to really think about what you'd like to bring into your life. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards. Let's see what's going on with you guys at present, okay? Let's see what we're getting here. So higher-minded ancestors, spirit guides and loved ones, please all come around me. Help me to give Gemini the answers that they need for their impending weeks. Please protect me whilst I'm giving these messages, before the messages, after the messages, and throughout my life and my children and husband. Thank you. Amen. So Geminis, ancestors. So we've got generations here, and then on the bottom of the deck we have also got emergence. I'll just put these over here. Okay, so let's see what else is going on for Geminis. What else is going on for Geminis at present? Dance with life, do something to change your energy. So there's something here, Geminis, that has happened ancestrally. Look, crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So you guys may be clinging on to some things that are not going to help you to grow in life. And because you're doing this, it's probably getting you in a place of feeling like you are ultimately quite stagnant and not able to move forward in your life. This is why your energy is probably feeling a little bit stuffy. Your energy is probably feeling a little bit off. You're probably wondering, 1 minute, I just need to get something, guys. I'm back. So you're probably wondering what it is that you could do to spruce up your life a little. You may be feeling like everything's quite stagnant. You may feel a little bit like you are thinking about your ancestors massively and the way that they did things. This can be ancestors that are actually up in the spiritual realm that are watching over you guys, and they're trying to help you to introduce new things into your life that are going to feel like it is revitalizing your life, helping you to live a life of substance, okay? Which sometimes may feel a little bit difficult if you have all this energy around you that feels like you are being stagnated. What I would definitely say to Geminis is at the present moment, it's very important for you guys to try to think about what has been repeated in your family over and over and over again that you don't wish to continue the cycle of. I'll use as an example, okay? Just pretend the people in your family were gamblers and now you have started to get a liking to gambling, but you can't control this desire to want to gamble, okay? If this is something like repetitive, makes you feel a little bit speechless sometimes because you find it hard to explain exactly what it is in the first place, makes you almost get angry with yourself sometimes, then this is the type of cycle that you want to be looking at, that you're going to want to change, okay? What else is happening presently for Geminis? What else is happening presently? Seven of Swords. So there's some deceitful energy that you may be having, or people may be conducting around you. Okay, we'll dig deeper into the Seven of Swords though. You've probably found at present moment as well that you've got one friend that's really trying to help you through a situation where you're feeling like you have been pushed out by family. So you feel like you've been left out in the cold in some way, shape, or form. With that happening to you, you're in the Six of Swords energy as well at present, which is you trying to put yourself in a position of feeling better emotionally and mentally. Um, but you're having to steer yourself in that direction, not without you having conflicting thoughts within yourself about what may have been said or what betrayals may have been done in the past. The Page of Pentacles is speaking about you getting to a place where you are wanting to have a new beginning. You wanting to learn something new, or you wanting to invest in yourself with regards to something new. You're thinking about manifesting something new into your life. At the same time, we need to go into the Seven of Swords, because that's what I'm trying to understand here. Yeah, the moon. So this is 10 of Wands. So you guys are definitely feeling burdened by something that's been in your subconscious. So you may have an inner saboteur. At the same time, you may have somebody around you that is lying to you. This is Cancer energy as well, the moon. Just to say, in case that makes any difference to you guys. Geminis. Geminis. There could also be a child that's lied to you as well. I'm getting pretty strongly. This could also be a partner that's lied to you. Three of Pentacles. This is basically like People at work as well, if I'm honest with you, you may have found have been lying to you. You may have felt like some of your friends have not actually worked out to being your friends in the long term of things. And you also may be missing some people around you that you cared about very deeply. The Empress energy here is like the mother energy, trying to help someone when it comes down to their love relationships, because you sat on the fence as to what to do. There's some sort of message here that's been brought out that's brought conflictive energy into your relationships, which now feels like a massive burden towards you and your life. At the same time, if you don't have a mother energy trying to comfort you through these tumultuous times, you're probably finding yourself in a place where you're having to mother yourself. Even if you're a man, you may be having to nurture yourself through this time, Geminis. So, what are the challenge for Geminis moving forward into these coming weeks? What are the challenges? What are the challenges for Geminis in the upcoming weeks? The challenges here are for you to like overcome your emotional loss here with the Five of Cups. You're probably feeling a little bit like you're at a lost end when it comes down to what you want and desire in your life. At the same time, this may be distance from family. If it's not distance from family, it can be a love relationship that you are in distance with and feeling like you need to think about things properly, because this is like having this emotional distance from somebody. The sun, so it's like, let's see, the death. So there was a lot of positivity that was brought into your life via whoever this person was, and it's like now that they're not in your life, you're thinking in a way more reflective mood than you used to in the past about the situation. There's a lot of regret, the failures, the disappointments, and the pessimism of what you're feeling within yourself. But it's the challenge here, if I'm honest with you, is about not wallowing in self-pity. Um, not wallowing in self-pity and trying to look at the optimistic side of things with the sun, because what is dead is now dead. Okay. The Five of Wands is you being, well, it's almost like being confrontational, but you also may have been fighting with yourself internally about the situations that have happened. And this is about trying to recalibrate emotional balance in your life because of having this emotional fulfillment. And then with the Magician coming in, it's like it's put you in a place where you've had to try to rest and rejuvenate from all of this like tiring energy that has happened. Like I said, this could be to do with a love relationship here, but the Three of Swords as well can be like three-party people getting involved, which could be family members, it could be lovers, it could be somebody who's got a side piece. Regardless, it's come out, and because it's come out, this is what's bringing this conflictive energy. So, like I said, sometimes if it's family energies, they may just be putting their awe in, and that could be putting a little bit of a spanner in the works for your relationships, Gemini. So the challenge is for you guys to not be so pessimistic, and at the same time, if you're not the person that's wallowing in self-pity, then you might want to advise the people around you that are coming around you with that energy of self-pity. You need to protect yourself from that energy, because with the Sun card being there, you need to induce and evoke a feeling of positivity into your life to be able to see the positivity reflected back towards you. Okay. What's been in the past for Geminis? What's happened in the past for Geminis? Well, that one's came out. Nine of Pentacles, and it was the Nine of Pentacles reversed as well. Let's just get some more. What's happened in the past for Geminis? What's happened in the past for Geminis? All got the High Priestess. What's happened in the past? King of Wands, Nine of Swords. This is basically a lot of fights, arguments with a lover. It's not only that though, there could be somebody around you as well where you have felt like you've been up in arguments with these people. There's been angst, you've not been able to sleep at night, You found it difficult to be able to just understand what the hell has gone on. You may have overinvested when it came down to work. You may be hustling away to be able to get more money into your life because the Nine of Swords is having like sleepless nights and feeling a little bit like life is getting on top of you. Um, so there's like a weight that's been on your shoulders that you're probably trying to relieve yourself of, and finding that no matter which way you look at it, it brings a level of like anxiety, worry, fear, depression, and nightmares as well. So you going through it, Geminis, or you was going through it, regardless. In the past, it didn't look like it was a party for you guys, because you were probably with the High Priestess quite secretive about some of the stuff that you have had going on, because your intuitive sacred knowledge and your subconscious mind may have been reaping havoc on you because of you feeling the way that you've been feeling. So what I'm saying is your conscience must have been telling you something about somebody or something, or you yourself have misjudged people around you, and probably feel a little bit like you've been carrying a lot of weight of the shit that's been going on around in your life, and you're probably a natural born leader in some way, shape, or form, but you've had a grand vision about your life or about how you'd like to conduct things moving forward, and it's not worked out that way. That's the reason why the Nine of Swords is there. It's actually worked out pretty difficult, pretty difficult for you guys. And with it being the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck, that is actually speaking about a relationship. So this is probably romantically inclined, this reading for Geminis. Okay, so I'm sorry you guys are going through this. You might want to start thinking about introducing a new sleep pattern and routine into your life, because it will probably help you to be able to think in more of a productive mindset, because especially if you're not sleeping properly, you're probably finding that it's not giving you coherent thoughts in the day either. I don't know if anybody's bought themselves some new shoes. I just heard that when it was 1717 as well. But I'm just popping that in there just in case anybody has done that. If you haven't, treat yourself to something. It could be a good idea for you to try and rustle up the energy here, because as we could see before, you're being asked to change up the energy of what's going on around you. What's coming into the future for Geminis? What's coming into the future for Geminis? What's coming into the future? Future for Geminis. Right, okay, so we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is reciprocation. If you wasn't getting reciprocation in the past, you will be starting to get that level of reciprocation. You're probably going to be finding that you're being called to saving money as well with the Six of Pentacles. But if you are feeling like this is romantically inclined, you're going to be feeling like your partner is giving you as much as you are giving them. If you guys are having to go off on your own, you get into a place where you're thinking about being generous towards other people around you. And with the Emperor being there as well, it's like this could be something that you're thinking about, which is business minded, or you are thinking about whether the person who is the Emperor, which is your romantic counterpart, so it could be an Emperor or an Empress, it depends what sex is watching and what your sexual preference is, but the other half of you, or the person that you are in a romantic relationship with, they will be coming in and trying to give you more reciprocation when it comes down to relationships. But with the Knight of Pentacles, it's a very slow process, and I will warn you as well, just because one part of the situation has got better with the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck, it's definitely about a cycle that is repeating. So you may find that you're in the same problem again later down in the weeks, Geminis. The reason I say that is because with the Wheel of Fortune going around and around and around, it's like nobody can break that but you. And the Ace of Wands is speaking about you needing to get to a place in your life where you are doing more with your life. You may be drinking as well in some way, shape, or form. You may be drinking more, you may be spending more time with your family as well. But the authentic truth here, if I'm honest, is that you wanting to meet your soulmate, or you wanting to come together with your soulmate, and this is why you sat on the fence as to whether and why that's not happening in your life. I won't be long, baby, and then I'll call you, okay? So yeah, it might be a little bit difficult for you guys to swallow what's going on here. It's like you're having to ask yourself some real questions, and that might be inducing a little bit of pain for my Geminis. Okay. For my single Geminis, I would definitely say that you're in a place of your life where you are regaining the confidence to be able to move forward without feeling like you have to beg people to give you reciprocal energy, because you're in a place in your life now where it's like, I will just give that to myself if I can't get that from somebody else. And on top of it as well, it's like not settling for any less than what you are actually worth. So, what is the subconscious energy of Geminis? Wow, that's a hell of a lot. Let's put them back. What's the under subconscious energy of Geminis right now? What's the subconscious energy of Geminis right now? So, we've got the Hanged Man reversed. I'll just move this up so you can see it. What is the subconscious energies of the Gemini right now? What's the subconscious energies of Geminis right now? What's the subconscious energies of Gemini right now? Subconscious energies of Gemini. Three of Cups, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Temperance. So yeah, you guys are wanting, and you're probably feeling super overloaded. So subconsciously, like I said, with the subconscious, this is the energy of you guys that you keep to yourself. It's what's going on in your inner. Okay, that's why I tell people to look up their sun, moon, and rising, because this gives you an overall understanding of what's going on with you. Subconsciously, you're feeling like everything's being surrendered. There's delays, there's resistance, there's stalling, there's indecision when it comes down to making those decisions that you need to give yourself the emotional balance that you need in your life. Subconsciously, like I said before, you want to meet your soulmate. And the Three of Cups is like you wanting to celebrate the fact that you have met your soulmate ideally one day. And because of you going through quite a lot of different things here that have made you not feel very settled within yourself, it's like subconsciously you just want to be loved, but you've got all this weight on your shoulders instead. So it's almost like, do I go off on my own, or do I stay around regardless? My boundaries are being stepped over here, or I am overstepping somebody else's boundaries. And with the Six of Wands, it's almost like I feel like I should have a trophy relationship in my life. I should have something that I am happy to tell people about. And why should I have to sit back and watch everybody else be happy, but I'm not happy? This is isolating yourself away from people. The Lovers is the fact that you may have found that either you were the cheat or you was actually cheated on in the past, and this person may have been at a distance. And then you've got somebody else with the Queen of Pentacles, which is like, let's see, two. It's like there were two different options, and now you're left in a situation where you're feeling a little bit hung out to dry. At the same time, if you're not the cheater here, you may have felt very mistrusting of people in the past, and that's what's subconsciously going on, because you're needing to heal that. And the best way to do that is start to think about when you did feel like you was betrayed in the past. What can you do to advise that past self, where it can help you to heal the wound of mistrust, so you can go into your future consciously, not subconsciously, and start to meet the right person that is going to be there in your life and be a beautiful implement to your life. What's the advice for Geminis? What's the advice for Geminis? Nine of Wands. What else is the advice? What's the advice for Geminis? What's the advice for Geminis? Give me some advice for Geminis, please. What's the advice for Geminis? Oh, wow. Seven of Cups here. This is like you either feeling like an option or you have options. And this truth has come out in some way, shape, or form. Either you've learnt the truth or the loved one around you has learnt the truth. So there's somebody here that is like, well, thought that they could hide certain things, and those things have started to come out, and it's almost like everything feels like it's getting on top of you or someone around you, Geminis. It feels pretty heavy energy, if I'm honest with you, when I read this. It definitely feels like heavy energy, and it's almost like with the Nine of Wands, your advice here is to try to have the courage and the persistence to stand up. Your boundaries are being tested. Your faith in relationships are being tested. Your faith in yourself is being tested. And to be honest with you, when tests happen like this in our lives, we've got two choices. We can stand up and focus on what that test actually is and be open to the universe showing us and telling us what that is, or we can sit back and go into hermit energy and we can isolate ourselves. But you are being asked to soul search. You're being asked to be introspective, Gemini, and this is like following your own inner guidance rather than following what all of these different people try and tell you that you should do. Think about your own conscience and think about what you would like to do. If you're the person that's found out that you are an option to somebody else, then like I said before, there's something intuitively that's been trying to scream to you what's been going on here, and you have that option and duty to yourself to put yourself first, or you will find that, I just heard, the nice person doesn't finish first, they always finish last. So it's almost like somebody around you feels like they've been too nice to you and therefore they're withdrawing their energy, or you are the person doing that. The advice here is to follow your inner guidance. If you feel like somewhere deep inside your soul something doesn't feel right, or you feel like you are in a situation that you don't want to continue to be in, this is a reading to basically give you the courage and confidence to be able to go and step into the life that you do want, not continue living the life you don't. What are the external influences for Geminis? What are the external influences here for Geminis? What are the external influences for Geminis? What are the external influences? External influences. So, Four of Pentacles, money is one of your influences. And at the same time, if it's not, it could be an earth sign that's one of your influences as well. But it's mainly about money, this, if I'm honest with you. The Four of Pentacles is about feeling like you want more money, right? You want more stability. Wow, Nine of Cups, okay? And then we've got the Fool. So your external influences, to tell you the truth, is like people who are not like a wish fulfillment for you, people that don't really make you feel emotionally fulfilled, especially with like the Nine of Cups being there. It's like you guys are definitely going through it, aren't you? I'll definitely say that. You're definitely going through it. Like, the external influence is the fact that you need to fight your own inner conflict to resort to having inner happiness. But materialism is one of the problems here, one of the influences to why your life is going the way that it is. Having like an energy of like dissatisfaction, and you've indulged in things that are not good for you in some way, shape, and form as well. Gemini. So it's good for you to look into what are these things that you've overindulged in. Is it food, drink? Because look, this person's actually got like a drink here. Is it to do with love relationships that don't work out to be the way that you want them to be? Either way, look into yourself, because you only have to answer to yourself. Another external influence is Cancer, because the moon is there. What's another external influence to the Gemini? Gemini, so you're an influence towards yourself or any Geminis that you know around you. Another influence is a Pisces. Another external influence is a Scorpio as well, okay? We've also got a Sagittarius at the bottom of the deck. We'll see if there's any more star signs that are an external influence for Geminis. What are the external influences for Geminis? Venus, okay? So with Venus being there, this is a Taurus or a Libra that is also an external influence. Then at the base and the bottom of the deck is a Capricorn, and that was like under the undercurrent there. And when they're underneath the deck, it's like it didn't want to be seen, but it came out anyway with the Capricorn being there. Okay. So they're the external influences. Let's see what the outcome is for Geminis. What's the outcome of the next like 4 or 5 weeks for Geminis? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? 10 of Wands, everything getting a little bit on top of you guys. What's going to be the next 10 weeks? The good thing with the 10 of Wands though is it can't get any worse. It can only get better after this, okay? 6 of Cups reversed. The Judgment card, bloody hell. 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, you'll probably be finding yourself around family quite a lot, seeing if you can get advice from your family members. You're probably feeling your advice, not the advice, sorry, it's the outcome here. The outcome is the fact that you're going to be judging yourself a hell of a lot. You're probably going to be looking into why you've made some of the decisions that you've made, but at the same time, this is very much so like trying to stand up and not allow yourself to be caught under with the 10 of Wands here. If I'm honest with you, it's like you're fighting hard to stand up because you're just going to end up with extra burdens, responsibilities, and all of this hard work that you have to be doing. It's like you're going to be judging yourself and feeling like you have to do this for the sake of other people and what they might think. So if I'm honest with you guys, you might want to start thinking about why you are interested in how other people perceive you and why you are not thinking about how you perceive and think about yourself. You might be living in the past a hell of a lot as well in the future outcome, but you're needing to forgive. You're also lacking playfulness in your life. And if I'm honest with you, with the 6 of Cups, the outcome here is of you feeling like you are judging a family member massively, because the 6 of Cups can be speaking about childhood, people who have been in your childhood, and the 10 of Pentacles is someone that's been in your family as well. You guys are going to be overly judging these people when in actual fact it takes a lot for you guys to need to be in a reflective place in your life. And if you can be reflective, you won't be listening to what everybody is telling you to do, and you need to follow what you feel like you need to do, especially when it comes out with the strength energy, because it's almost like, look, Ace of Swords. So you're definitely in communication with somebody in the background as well. When it comes out with the Strength card, you're trying to gain courage from outside sources. And you're trying to gain knowledge from outside sources, when in actual fact the knowledge all lies within yourself. You need to turn the energy in and stop communicating with everybody outside of you, because not everybody is going to have your best interests at heart when it comes down to your future, Gemini. Look, see again, the Leo energy. So it's like, you guys, yes, you need strength and courage, but at the same time, like I said before, Look, Three of Swords. Somebody's too involved in something, and you might want to think about what makes sense to you in your life rather than sitting on the fence. Take a new beginning for yourself, wipe the slate clean, and come away from people that are trying to influence you mentally in the wrong way. They're not trying to help you, they're trying to hinder your life. But if you're not going to be wise to that, you're going to be privy to it, aren't you? Let's go deeper here. Let's go deeper as to get you some more clues. My family have got this lovely way of watching me come downstairs, start doing these readings, and then they all come down clanging about. So you'll have to excuse them, but this is family life for you. This is what happens, isn't it? Let's move into some more clues. So Geminis, what clues? Oh, is she hungry? Okay, then you sort her out, Levi. It's lovely of you, darling. So let's go deeper into Gemini's knowledge. What's going to be coming into the coming weeks for Geminis? What is it that they need to know? Give me some more information for Geminis and their impending weeks ahead. Geminis. What do Geminis need to know? Right, that was quite a few. We'll go for a couple more. Gemini, right, that's enough. Move these out of the way. I'll read them all once I've shuffled them all, okay? Let's move further. So Geminis, what do Geminis need to know? Wow, that was a lot. What do Geminis need to know right now? That's enough for you. Wow, social services. Okay. 1 second. That card's just dropped on the bloody floor. Let's get some more for Geminis. Okay, that's them. Geminis, can they have some more clues as to what's coming into their coming weeks? Geminis. What do Geminis need to know about what's coming into their next weeks? Geminis. Right, I think that's enough for you guys. On the bottom of the deck, how do I neglect my relationship with myself? Ask yourself these questions. You'll find that there's a deeper understanding here. 1221, that's another clue for you guys. Look up the angel number meaning of this. There's more to this. Your suspicions are correct. So somebody's suspicious of you, or you are suspicious of somebody. Either way, somebody's correct, and it'll all start to come out in the end. So just be patient in the next coming weeks. Learn how to apologize when you are wrong instead of being defensive and disrespectful. So you might be snapping some people's heads off, or somebody's snapping your head off. Regardless, somebody doesn't know how to take accountability here. Is that you, Gemini, or is that some of the people around you? Either way, do some introspection and you will gain all the answers that you need. I want to be the best version of myself for you. So somebody's trying to be better for you, okay? Or you're trying to be better for them. Regardless, take that effort. Try your best to be a better person. Or try your best to encourage the people around you to be better people. You can't save them, they have to save themselves. So you might be in an energy of feeling like you have to save everybody around you, when in actual fact you need to be saving yourself. This is definitely where you're getting involved in things where you feel like you have to save people. And if you do feel like you have to save people, there's probably a lot of things you need to save when it comes down to yourself. They are so used to dealing with basics and money hungry people that they don't know how to handle a real one. So this is for my feminine Geminis. You might be dating somebody that doesn't know how to handle you properly. They're that used to having people of a lower class or lower caliber that they don't know how to handle you. They don't know how to conduct a relationship with you. You have an undeniable talent. Put yourself out there. So this is for any new ventures for you guys. This is a massive indication to go and do it. Spoken to your friends or family to get information about you. So you're either doing that to other people or somebody's doing this to you. Take a big breath and think of all of the things that you have to be grateful for. Breathe out all of the bad. You are in control of how you feel. You are in control of this moment. So this is referring to the anxiety that I picked up about Geminis as well. So if you've got all of this anxiety, it's best for you to start thinking of ways and mechanisms that help you out of that anxiety. And one of you guys are reconnecting with an old flame as well, or somebody around you is reconnecting with an old flame. A karmic twin flame is here to trigger, okay? So you want to look up a karmic twin flame and you'll start to realize that that's not soulmate energy that you so desperately desire that I could find in your subconscious energy. 999 hertz, that might be a frequency that you need to listen to start to heal. Second house, money and possessions. Do you see when I brought up in the reading about you guys being quite money orientated, or somebody around you is very money orientated? You want to look up your relationship when it comes down to money and possessions. A Sagittarius is involved in some way, shape or form in your coming weeks. Time to save money. Do you see how your money keeps coming up every 2 minutes? It's like, yeah. Social services. Maybe social services are getting involved or about to be getting involved in the coming weeks, or an investigation from higher bodies. Keep pushing, okay? So keep trying to fight those demons that you're feeling within yourself. Detox negative people. You guys are fighting to keep a good reputation. So if you're fighting to do that, then that's coming out here. Fifth house in your creativity and pleasure. So you're needing to be more creative about what you want to do with your life. Marriages on the seventh house, you might be thinking about making a strong commitment. If not, somebody is around you thinking about that. Stay focused, don't quit. So there's a lot of energy with you guys being discombobulated, which I said in the beginning of the reading. It's about you guys trying to get yourself back on track and trying to take accountability of yourself and everybody around you. Ninth house, inheritance. It's come up a lot about money, you guys. Try to have a deep look at your subconscious energy. Try to think about why you've got such a strong energy about money. Don't let your kids grow up too quick. Somebody's suffering with drug problems. It's time to cut energetic cords with all toxic relationships, which came up just a minute ago in there as well. This isn't over yet. So are you holding grudges, or is somebody around you holding one? Time to look for a new job. This might be why the money keeps coming up every 2 minutes. Maybe you've lost your job, or maybe you're needing to look for a new job. How do you give your power away? Who springs to mind when you think about your power actually being taken away? I wish I could bump into you. Stay connected to your sacred self-worth. Toxic behavior. Like I said, take a look inside and look at the people that are around you. If they have got this toxic behavior, what can you do to come away from these people, because they're not helpful to you? I say that I've healed from us, but I haven't, okay? So hopefully this is helpful for all of you guys. I hope that you have a good impending how many weeks, but like I said, think about the step-by-step progress that you can make, and that's how you'll get yourself into a place where you're feeling like you are doing something with your life that makes you feel happy within yourself. Take accountability, and then think about the people around you. Are they taking accountability? So thank you so much, guys. Take care, and bye-bye.